Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to the channel. So, Ben Roethlisberger, while he hasn't announced his retirement officially, we assume he's retiring. So, who the hell is going to replace him? And I got a few ideas in mind I want to share with you, and you guys can let me know what you think. So, obviously there's a couple of big ones. Aaron Rodgers, if he does end up leaving Green Bay, they did just lose in the divisional round of the NFC playoffs. So if he does leave Green Bay, it has to be through a trade. So the Steelers would have to trade for him, and they'd have to give up quite a bit to get, 3, 4 years of Aaron Rodgers? Is it worth it? I mean, it's worth it if you win a Super Bowl. But with people like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, all of that young talent in the AFC at quarterback, especially two of those guys in your own division. Is it a gimme that you're going to win your division? Is it a gimme that you're going to make the playoffs? Is it a gimme that you're even going to have a shot at the Super Bowl? So, is it worth it giving up a lot for Aaron Rodgers if it's only going to mean like 4 or 5 years? But he is an option. Another one, Russell Wilson. He could potentially want out of Seattle. It'd be a good place to trade him. Other conference. Same thing with Aaron. You're trading him out of the NFC to the AFC. So Russell Wilson, he's actually a few years younger than Aaron. I'm trying to think, like 7? Or roughly 7 years younger than Aaron. Could be a little more, but roughly 7, maybe 6. So, Russell. Pittsburgh, again, they still have to give up a lot to go get him, and probably even more than Aaron. But, in theory, he could be an option. You just gotta give up a lot. Guys that you really wouldn't have to give up anything for, and you could just sign them to a contract. Could be a Marcus Mariota. He's been Derek Carr's backup for a hot minute. I think a season or 2. Mitch Trubisky. He just went and signed to be Josh Allen's backup, a year ago. So his contract's up. At least I'm pretty sure he only signed a 1-year deal. But he could potentially be an option at quarterback. Is it a great option? No. But is it an option? Yes. One that I think would be cool could be Derek Carr. Now, it may take a first rounder to pry him away from the Raiders, but you're going to have a new GM. You're going to have a new head coach. Do they want to go get their own young quarterback? And at that point, they'd have 2 first-round picks where they could trade up and they could draft, say, Kenny Pickett from Pitt. And they got their own hand-picked quarterback. So, Derek Carr could be an option, but it would probably cost you a first, if I'm guessing. And maybe more than a first. So, it's in that iffy territory. Another one where I'm okay with it because he can manage a game. Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, do we need that superstar? Potentially. But could we do it with a guy who manages the game and we we use our dominant defense to overwhelm opponents, and maybe at least the offense can stay on the field enough for the defense to get a break and catch their breath. So Jimmy Garoppolo could be an option. They did draft Trey Lance in the 2021 draft at 3rd overall. So they could be looking to unload Jimmy G. And I don't think a 3rd for Jimmy is outrageous. Because he was drafted in the 2nd round. He was traded to San Fran from New England for a 2nd rounder. Now he's a few years older. He's expensive. I could see a 3rd round pick getting Jimmy G, especially if it gets him out of the conference. Not like the 49ers would be super scared of him, though. So, I mean, even the Teddy Bridgewater, if Denver gets a quarterback, I could see Teddy as an option, but I'm not crazy about Teddy. An option is a guy who's already on the team, Mason Rudolph. So he's already there. Dwayne Haskins, he's already there. I think he still has to sign a contract. Josh Dobbs, he definitely has to sign a contract. But he's there too. So you got those 3 guys. Trying to think of who else could be an option, really. I would say Lamar's backup, Tyler Huntley. Now here's the issue I have with some people. Now I watch stuff like Undisputed, First Take, Get Up, just KJM, different sports talk shows that are on in the morning and in the early parts of the afternoon, like The Herd. I watch that too. And I'm trying to remember which one it was. It was either Get Up or like First Take or First Things First. It was like something like that. But someone said, like, giving up a 3rd and this and that and the other for Tyler Huntley. I'm like, oh, good. I thought we'd be overreacting. It's like, I was worried we'd overreact. No, that is overreacting. To be honest, I'm offering like a 5th for Tyler Huntley. 4 games. How much did he start for Lamar? While he was out? 5, 6, somewhere in that. That's not good enough of a sample size to say, yeah, please, 2nd round pick. Thank you. Like, no, I'm offering you a 5th. If you don't like it, maybe some sucker will give you a 3rd round pick or a 2nd round pick. It's like, you want a 2nd? Okay, give me Huntley in a 3rd. Give me, or Huntley a 3rd and a 6th. Like, I'm not giving you a lot for Huntley. It's not happening. Without some significant return, Then there's the issue of Deshaun Watson. I don't want him. I don't. It's too much baggage. I don't want anything to do with him. Matt Ryan, I would say no. I don't want anything to do with him either. He was good with Shanahan. That's about it. There is Drew Lock. I don't want him either. He's too loose with it. And then there comes college quarterbacks. So obviously one of these 3 is not going to be in the draft. But a guy like a Kenny Pickett, I like him a lot. I do. I like Kenny Pickett. Most of the time when I like a quarterback, I'm pretty good with it. So I really liked Patrick Mahomes. I really like Josh Allen. It's easy to say that now, obviously. It's like, oh my god, they're superstars. I didn't like Baker Mayfield that much. I didn't like his attitude. I didn't like some of the off-field issues he had while in college. Lamar, thought he was going to be a good quarterback. Didn't see, obviously, what he's done. He's an MVP. I didn't think he'd do that. But I thought he's a good quarterback, just not Pittsburgh's style of quarterback. So I don't want him. And then I'll give you two where I liked them. I did. And they really haven't panned out. Sam Darnold. I kind of liked him. I thought he should have been taken over Baker. Mason Rudolph. Once I realized Josh Allen was going to be selected way before the Steelers could even get a chance at him, I started looking at other options, and I found Mason Rudolph. And I kind of liked him. Guys that I didn't like, that really haven't panned out. Josh Rosen. I thought his attitude was very Aaron Rodgers-like, but that his playing ability was not. I liked Carson Wentz more than Jared Goff. Kyler I thought was too small. Teddy I think is the best backup in the entire NFL. So, Deshaun, I liked him out of Clemson. I did. So there's some guys where it's like, yeah, I liked him, and I was right. But most of the time I'm right on guys. Most of the time. So Kenny Pickett, I like. There's that guy from Ole Miss, Corral. Let me see. So this is Pickett here. I like him. I do. Out of everyone, he might be my favorite. Just because it is a pretty weak quarterback class. So that's why I'm not too keen on selecting one this year. But if they were, he's my number one. There's also Malik Willis from Liberty. He's not bad. He's still up there. I think he could be a first or, at minimum a second. Then there's Carson Strong from Nevada. I think he could be a good quarterback. So he I would be okay with. I just don't want like a Kyler Murray sized guy. I want someone that has some size to them. So like a Josh Allen, he's 6'5". Lamar's like 6'2". Mahomes is 6'3". So as long as you're about 6'2" or taller, I'm cool. There is Desmond Ridder from Cincinnati. Him I don't know a ton about, so I do have to do more research on him. There's Sam Howell from North Carolina as well. This is Matt Corral, I believe is how that would be pronounced, Corral. He played at Ole Miss. I've seen him as a first rounder. So the first round quarterbacks, I expect you're going to have maybe 4 of them. Pickett, Corral, Strong, Willis. Pickett, Corral, Strong, Willis. Who else? I don't think Ritter's a first rounder. Alright, to be honest, that might be it as far as first rounders. Just those 4 guys. Pickett, Strong, Willis, and Corral. Now, there could be other guys that, I don't really think of. I mean, there's a kid from Georgia. There is Ridder. But there's probably 4 guys that are going to go in the first round. And you may not have one picked inside the top 5.
1,007 years old. Mama told me go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. 1,007 years